Welcome back to my channel. I'm Martin from Marker Analytics, and today I will show you one of the most powerful features of Power BI, Power Query. If you have ever dealt with messy Excel sheets, inconsistent data or different formats, Power Query will become your best friend. Today we'll go step by step. We clean the real data and you can follow along. Before we start, what exactly is Power Query? Think of it as a data cleaning engine that lives inside the Power BI. It lets you import the data, clean the data, transform the data, and automate everything without writing a single line of code. If you know Excel, you probably know 60% of Power Query already. Let's get started. I have prepared sample data in the Excel. We have two tabs, FY25 sales data from CRM system and geographical mapping. We want this data to upload to Power Query and work with it. Here we are in Power BI. I can either click Get Data Excel Workbook, or there's a shortcut Excel Workbook, and select my data, click Open. Power BI will load this data in this preview. I can preview my two tabs, select which one I want, in this case both of these, and I can preview how my data are looking. If I'm happy with the data, I can hit on Load and it will be loaded directly to Power BI. However, I see my headers a little bit off here, so I click on Transform Data and my data sets will be loaded in Power Query. I have my two data sets up here on the left side, and I can fix first my geomapping. I see my headers are off. I click on Transform and use first row as headers. This will fix my headers and I'm happy with the rest of the data set. I move on to my sales data. My headers are fine. I have 4 quarters plus financial year. I can remove the financial year, right click on the header, click remove, because Power BI can calculate this for me. I don't like this wide format of the table. I would much rather prefer a long format so I can better work with the data. I can highlight 4 quarters, right click on the top and click Unpivot only selected columns. Now I have a long format table. My column formats are fine for the first 3 columns. However, the value needs to be in decimal number. I click up here and click decimal number, and I have some errors in here. I can click on any of these errors for more details. I click on this error and see the Power Query cannot convert the small dash into a number. Power Query keeps all the changes, all the steps applied on the right side here. My last steps is filtering on the error. I can remove that step and I'm right back where I was. I can also go back to my previous steps and amend those steps. However, for now, I want to fix this error. I know in my data source there's a lot of dashes and I'm not interested in them because there's no value. I right click on the header and click Remove Errors. Power Query removed all the errors. I can also remove zeros because I don't want to bring into Power BI any unnecessary data. I click up here and I can filter the zeros out. I can change this number to sales volume. If I want to add additional column, I can click on Add Column, Add Custom Columns. And this is very similar to Excel. I will write a formula in a M language. In this case, let's say I want sales volume multiply by 5%, and let's call it commission. There you go, I have a calculated column. Let's say I want to know what regions are performing the best and what zones are performing the best, but I don't have it here. I have them in my geo mapping. So let's merge these two data sets together. In my Home tab, I have a Merge Queries option, and I can merge the other data sets into the same data sets or create a new data sets that are merged. So let's keep it in one data set. I click on Merge Queries, and I have my current data set up here, and I can select what table I want to merge with my current table. So I want geomapping, and I can then select a common columns, which is country. Let's go for inner join, only matching rows, and click OK. A new table is merged to our table, and we can expand it by clicking on the two arrows. Yes, and we have a zone and we have a region. We also have a country, but we already have a country in this table, so we can remove the country. We can change the name to zone and this column to region. Let's say we want to split a column, quarters and years. We right click on the header, split column, and we can split by delimiter. We can split by space and click OK, and we have split the quarter and a year. We can also rename this, and this will be year. A quick look at the data types. Commission should be number. This is very important because when we want to later do some calculations on this column, it will not work if the data type is a text. There's a lot more you can do in Power Query. There's a lot more options in all these tabs. If you want to go advanced, you can go to Advanced Editor and change the code in here. But that's for another lesson. And I'm happy now with the data. I have no errors. I can work with this table, and I can click on Close and Apply. The data sets, the two data sets, will be loaded into Power BI, and I can work with my data further here. And that's the basics of Power Query. You now know how to clean, shape, transform, and merge data using Power Query. Skills that you will use in every Power BI project. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe for weekly Power BI tutorials. In the next video, we will be building dashboard using this clean data. Thanks for watching. Bye.